The social media networks, they can limit your reach. So you write a post or you make a video or whatever, and they can let 2 people see it, they can let 50 million people see it, and they don't have to let anybody see it. It didn't used to be this way. In the old days, the internet was this level playing field. So if you got on there and you wrote a post about how to cure cancer for $10, suddenly the whole world was viewing it. And they learned over the years that, you know what, we can make a whole lot more money if we don't let anybody view that. This is what happened. This is why Facebook, you can only have 5,000 friends on Facebook, because if you could have 50 million friends, well, now you pretty much become your own Facebook. And now you're competing with it. And now advertisers are coming directly to you saying, John, advertise my Ferrari on your page. You're reaching all these people. So Facebook created these like pages and stuff. But in order to get views to your like page, you're going to have to pay Facebook. You can get a couple from just your friends, but you're never going to reach that mass market without shelling out the money. So this is how Facebook makes money, right? So, and YouTube does the same thing. We'll give you 10 views, and that's it. We don't care how great your content is. So you have all these YouTubers creating these excellent videos today. It didn't used to be like this. You could get up there and make world-class video, and the whole world would share it and watch it. It's not like that anymore, I'm telling you. So now you have millions of YouTube creators trying to create this great content and trying to get views, and they're struggling. Okay? And it's the same way with Steemit. You get on Steemit and you write a post curing cancer and nobody even sees the goddamn thing. You gotta learn to play the game. You gotta shell out the money. Then they'll start letting people see it. So you experiment with it, and you get on Facebook and you get a like page, and now you're selling your toolbox, whatever. And yeah, well, they gave us $10. Let's give them 50 views. And then you start thinking, well, $10 bought me 50 views. Let's see what $20 does. And all of a sudden you have 150 views. It's like, wow, this really works. And you sold your damn toolbox. You catching on how this works? So there you are, creating this post, creating this video, and it's better than a Casey Neistat video. This video fucking rocks. Why is there only 10 people watching? What the hell do I have to do to get 10 million people watching? I've had my YouTube channel since 2006, and that's why I have so many videos. But I never took them serious. I'd make a half-assed video on fixing a car or playing pool or whatever, and I'd just throw it up there just to have a place to put it and get it off my computer. So a lot of videos build up. And if you monetize a video, there's ads on the video, and you get a tiny little piece of the action for every view. I started doing a daily update on Bitcoin and some of the cryptocurrencies, and I started taking it a little more serious. So my page went from making like 60 or 70 cents a day to maybe 80 or 90 cents a day. And I stayed with the crypto update for I don't know how long, 5 months maybe, and it just got old. I stopped doing it. And then a couple of weeks later, I started doing a daily vlog, and the page went up to a little over $1 a day, maybe like $1.03 or something like that. And I never did any, every once a year I would liquidate my my AdSense account and spend it on Christmas. So it really helped a lot during Christmas because just a little bit each day does start adding up to a little bit of money. So I'd take it out and spend it on Christmas, and it helped. So in the beginning of the year, YouTube sends out this letter saying, if you don't have this many subscribers in the last 365 days or 1 year, and you don't have this many hours of watch time, you will no longer be able to monetize your videos. So there's a lot of hell created about that because it destroyed the incentive for a whole lot of small creators who are just getting, and here I am just getting started on this. I'm like, okay, well, now it's up to 80 cents a day, now it's up to 90 cents a day, now it's up over $1 a day. Maybe I can get it to $2 a day, and maybe then $5 a day, maybe just keep on building it. Maybe I should start taking this serious. So that's what I did starting in July of last year. And they demonetized me, and they demonetized a whole lot, millions of small video creators, and it crushed them. I mean, it didn't inspire them to get better. It destroyed their dreams. People concluded, I really suck at this, and nobody likes me, but they don't really understand how this works. And so at the same time, this letter that YouTube is sending out, they're telling people that they want to get rid of, the scammers, the bad actors, the people hustling, creating borderline porn and stuff like it. But those guys are getting millions of subscribers and millions of hours of watch time. So why are you punishing small creators for what these guys are doing? They're not going to be affected by demonetization one little bit. They're thriving off it. They're making a lot of money. Some of these guys are making over $300,000 a month. YouTube was a small startup company created by God knows who, and it wasn't long before Google saw the potential and bought it. And they've owned it ever since. If you don't know, Google's last annual revenue report was $79.4 billion. And YouTube's been struggling lately and not making quite enough billions to please Google. Okay? Stay with me now. So Google left YouTube in the hands of Susan Wojcicki. Let's see if I can remember his name here. Robert Kinsel. Susan Wojcicki and Robert Kinson. And their job is to increase the revenue of YouTube so Google can be happy and Susan and Robert can get their bonuses. Okay? So let's not, again, get too technical with this and get into the analysis of what YouTube is making, why they're unhappy, how the market got flooded. I could get into this real deep, but I'm not going to. So there's where we are. Susan and Robert increase YouTube revenue. That's what they did. See, the problem with this is neither one of these two people could create a stick figure drawing if their life depended on it. The creativity level is... it's like nothing. It's just like two militant corporate people who have a job to increase revenue. That's it. They know nothing about creating videos. They never struggled in their life. They have cushy little jobs making big time money. And they're needing to increase the billions of dollars in Google revenue. So that's where we're at. How do you do that? Well, if you're paying 1 million small creators $30 a month, that's 30 million if we fuck them. It's probably a whole lot more than 1 million. I don't know what the number is here. I don't know. They're not real transparent. I don't know. Robert and Susan, how many small creators did you screw? There's a lot. That's what they did. We're going to go back a little bit. So, I've been a crypto head since 2013. And about a year ago, this crypto investment scam popped up called BitConnect. It was obviously a Ponzi scheme. And no one knew who owned it, who was running it, what the hell was going on. But you invest your Bitcoin, you give them Bitcoin, and they give you a web page telling you how much they're making off your Bitcoin, which is now in BitConnect scam. It's no longer Bitcoin. Anyway, I can get real complicated with that too and tell you exactly how this scam worked. But it was an obvious Ponzi scheme, and every crypto head was running all over the internet telling people this was a Ponzi scheme. So in order to make this Ponzi work, they needed YouTube video creators to be the face of it and to sell it to unsuspecting suckers. Okay? So there's some people who stepped up to the plate. Crypto Nick, Craig James, Ryan Hildreth, and Trayvon James. Remember that name, Trayvon James. Those were the four big ones. Those were the ones pushing, making big money off referrals. Every time they signed somebody up to this Ponzi scheme, they got more money. And they had people under. So this eventually crashed, okay, in January of this year, early January. Soon as the new year ended and we were on to the year, BitConnect folded. Under pressure from the state of Texas, and I believe the other state was North Carolina, who were pretty much saying you can't do business here anymore, this is a Ponzi scheme, okay? So all these guys were pushing and pushing. They got a lot of suckers. The scam folds. The owners, whoever was running this, who stayed anonymous the whole time, took off and let these YouTube creators hold in the bag. Okay. So there's a difference between creating an advertisement that's obviously an advertisement and creating a video that's disguised as a video, an everyday video like I create, but it's actually an advertisement, okay? So you have one kingpin getting a budget to actually create advertisements. That was Craig Grant. But then you had all these little YouTube creators, these everyday video makers, just creating everyday videos that were actually advertisements for the same scam that this kingpin Craig Grant created. So you had all these guys saying, "Well, let's jump on board here. We can do this without, you know, getting all this money to create commercials and just blowing it on commercials, when we can just kind of make videos about us. Today I'm going to make a video about how great I am and how fast my car goes and how big my mansion is. You can have this mansion too if you buy BitConnect. It's a low budget kind of shoulder hopping way to jump on this wave of Scamville hustle money. Subscribe to me and I'll set you free. Subscribe to me and I'll cure your cancer. Subscribe to me and I'll show you the answer to life. Just a bunch of fucking riff-raff, half-ass creators that don't know what they're doing, couldn't create a movie if their life depended on it, but they can hustle people. And that's what they did. So if you're Mr. BitConnect and nobody knows who you are, you're completely anonymous and you're way behind the scenes, and you're giving Craig Grant these hundreds of thousands of dollars to create these commercials, which he's doing a total half-ass job of, why would you keep on shelling out that money to Craig when all these other guys are doing it for free and they're getting way more traffic than Craig ever dreamed of getting? So Craig says in one of his videos that as soon as everybody else jumped on, they cut him off. His money just plummeted, his ad money, and they told him to quit with the commercials. And I absolutely believe that part of his thing in this. Craig, if you look at his account, he never got a whole lot of traffic to his account. His videos barely get a couple hundred hits. He never had that many subscribers. But these guys like Ryan and Crypto Nick, Ryan Heldreth, and Trayvon James, getting big time traffic here. And they're doing it better than Craig ever dreamed of. And why would you pay anybody? They're doing it for free. So you ask yourself now, well, why were these guys doing it for free? And so they were getting referral money, and they were getting a lot of referral money. Every time somebody signed up under them, the pyramid grew, and they would make more money. So it was all about nickel and dimers making half-ass videos, pretending to be something that they're not, rich and whatever, and getting people to sign on under them to get that referral money. So these guys were making advertisements disguised as everyday videos, and they were getting all that referral money. It was all about referrals. So just like any pyramid, when somebody signs up under you, it's more money for you. So the whole idea of a pyramid scheme, or Ponzi, whatever you want to call it, is you have to keep more and more money coming in than you're paying out. That's all there is to it. If you can get more money coming in every day than you're paying out, then the Ponzi is working. But there comes a point where a line is crossed where you're paying out more than you're taking in, and that's when the whole damn thing crashes, and the people who started it take their billions, and they run, and that's what they did, and they left these YouTube creators holding the bag. There's no person to point to and say he started this. So naturally, people point to the YouTube creators who had all these people signing on under them. And the point is, one of those videos that one of those guys made is my all-time favorite video in the history of Google, in the history of Yahoo, in the history of social media, in the history of the world. Superb, superb video. So here I am with this one last narrated part of this video. February 20th finally gets here, okay? Susan and Robert go about demonetizing millions of creators. On the very same day, they send a package to someone I know and someone that you now know. And it's a letter recognizing this person's greatness. You have achieved a level of greatness on YouTube. And underneath the letter, there's a beautiful plaque you hang on your wall. You tell all your friends about you are great. You are great. So the person who got this package, they made a video out of it and they opened it up on YouTube. And that is my all-time favorite, the very best video the world has ever seen. And it's because I know now what YouTube considers greatness. And I'm going to share it with you.